Whoa, 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 stop digging, dude. That's a grenade.
So is this whole community off-grid?
As far as I know, yes. You do laundry old school way in a bucket.
So this is the ear?
The ear of Pacha Mama. Giving people kind of ultimatums to make all their buildings permitted and forcing people to get septics when most of these people out here hardly have money to survive.
And what do you do about water?
And then there's a labradorite that helps blend the dimensions so you can access the other dimensions a little better.
Rock Hopper here. Superadobe earth bag homes are different than traditional home building. They are an alternative, but these are the alternative to the alternative. These are Superadobes like you've never seen before. I'm here in the Mojave Desert of California, not far from the Nevada border, and this is Joe, and he's going to give us a little tour around the Superadobe community out here.
Superadobe earth bag homes are an alternative type of dwelling. This form of home building was created by Nader Khalili, an Iranian-born American architect in the early 1980s. Most often utilizing dome construction, these structures that you are now seeing, I filmed at a place called the Mojave Center, might be considered a more traditional form of Superadobe building. But the ones you're about to see are a more free-form, creative, and artistic style of Superadobe. We'll take a tour of Tres Lunas, which means 3 moons, and have a look into an eclectic, funky, and wildly imaginative mini-community of very creative Superadobe earth homes, and much more. It's also a place where one man's junk can become another's repurposed artistic sculptures.
Welcome to 3 Moons Projects. Let me give you a tour.
All right, sounds great.
3 moons because of the 3 domes that we have on the properties. This is the Pacha Mama dome, and it's got a library attached to it. Let me show you around.
All right, let's go have a look. So we're going in, and this is where you live?
Yes, in Pacha Mama.
All right, wow, this is pretty
Quite
nice.
Jan's got quite the book collection, and she's also a very talented artist.
And Jan is the owner of the property, right?
Yes.
Now, who built this particular structure?
Helpers, volunteers, along with Jan as mainly the kind of the supervisor and coordinator. There's a gift for you. It's a piece of black tourmaline with some crystal inside of it.
Oh, hey, thanks, Joey.
I found that yesterday.
Cool.
There's a little seam on the way from Pahrump to Copa that has a seam of black tourmaline.
Oh, nice.
Right up the road, you'll see it sometime probably.
All right, well, thanks.
This is Jan too, by the way. That's for her.
That's Jan in the photo.
She looks like was probably about 10, maybe 10 years ago.
She's the one who pretty much was responsible for the idea of creating this community, right?
She's an amazing creator, and just like this little card, that's kind of the theme of lately at 3 Moons: cleanliness next to godliness.
All right, we've even got some little live plants growing in here, huh? Wow. Strawberries?
Yeah, it was producing some strawberries, but I ate them all. It was one of the only things that survived.
Because life out here in the desert is harsh, right? I mean, there's not much that grows here at all.
I had to bring stuff in here just to keep it alive. And I started a little seed.
Got a little ganja going on, huh? Yeah, there you go.
Hanging in there and growing nicely. He's really kind of spreading his wings lately. Or actually, hopefully it's a she, because then it won't be very smokable.
Liking that sunshine?
It's going to get transferred into here pretty soon.
Oh, into the bigger pot?
Yeah. It doesn't like that one because it doesn't have drainage.
Yeah, just looking at this wall here with the glass, the bottles.
Yeah. Definitely the best use of glass bottles.
You got some nice windows and bottle work
Yeah,
up
that
here.
window is actually from a car, the one right there.
Oh, that's from a car.
Yeah.
Okay, great way to repurpose. How long ago was this built, do you think?
This is the most recent structure, and I want to say it's not that old, like 5 or 6 years. It might have took them a year or two to build it, but I really like the pieces of wood that they used on the supports over the windows and the doors. Some old, interesting wood.
Now this looks to be a piece of wood drilled into by acorn woodpeckers. What they do is they make a little hole and shove their acorns in there for later. Well, that's some good advice right there. Stay true to yourself.
Stay true to your soul.
And your soul, yes, indeed, Joe.
We're in the library again. I just wanted to clarify that the roof structure right here is the library, and then the dome is attached. So the library was built later and attached to Pacha Mama. So they're connected but kind of separate structures. It's nicer in Pacha Mama when it's cold because it holds the heat in better and the roof kind of leaks a little bit.
I imagine you've got a few leaky structures here.
Yeah, we got to remud the glass up here and reseal these seams. Get rid of the cobwebs.
So is there a lot of maintenance that takes place with these?
Not that I know of, but these need a little bit, not too much. But yeah, just like anything needs maintenance. Especially when you're in the desert and it's hot. Or super cold. 18 degrees at night. It's crazy.
Yeah, people don't realize how cold it gets in the desert.
Yeah, probably 40 in Vegas and 15 degrees here at night. Big ear from Pacha Mama, because I imagine they built Pacha Mama first, and then built the library attached to it.
So this is the ear?
Yeah, the ear of Pacha Mama.
The ear of Pacha Mama. And what do we have back here?
Still pretty chilly, 54.
Oh yeah, it gets a little chilly in the winter.
This is where I normally sleep when I'm not tearing apart the bed.
Okay, so that's your bed frame there.
Yeah, it had some particle board in it, so.
And then, do these steps, do they go up somewhere?
Yeah, there's a little loft up there.
Oh,
Probably quite dusty up there.
well first let me have a look. You got a little fireplace here?
Yep. That's another project in here. I have to redo the mud on the fireplace so it doesn't get smoky in here. So it gets quite smoky. And my makeshift little cover is not working so good.
No?
It still gets quite smoky. I just put that in last night so I could start a fire.
Well,
It's cold.
show me the upstairs.
Okay.
Let's see what we got going on here.
Not too spacious up here, but enough for someone to sit and study or meditate. They used to like to meditate up here. I had a couple of my crystals up here that I will refrain from blowing on anything. A little window that is sealed shut. And
Narrow stairway. Yeah, and you got a...
five ventilation ports up here. A few of my more expensive crystals that are very, very dusty.
Oh, right there.
Yeah,
Those are some
big piece of black.
sizable crystals.
Yeah, that's a
Look at
big
that.
piece of black quartz and labradorite and selenite lamp. It's like a little broadcast crystals.
So you got a selenite lamp.
Selenite's really good for clearing your aura and just cleansing energy in general. And the smoky quartz is good for like amplifying intentions, and then there's a labradorite that helps blend the dimensions so you can access the other dimensions a little better. Go ahead and have a look up at the deck. It's a battery and for the solars up there, and there's a little hammock back here.
Okay, nice little deck up here. Okay, there's
Use
this,
some fresh paint, but still nice to have the deck.
and there's a solar panel right there.
I've done a little
There's a battery for it.
qigong up here myself.
So is this whole community off-grid?
As far as I know, yes.
If you live off-grid, are a homesteader, or just like to routinely travel to really out-of-the-way places in the middle of nowhere, like I do, you're going to want this EBL portable power pack. I simply hook it up to this 100-watt EBL solar panel, which charges the power pack. It tells you the wattage input in the little window there. So I can be anywhere out in the middle of literally pretty much nowhere and still have power. I can work on my computer, I can do the editing I need to do for my videos, and much, much more. I can charge my phone, whatever it may be. I have power anywhere as long as the sun shines. So what if the sun's not shining? No worries. You'll be covered with this. Just plug this into the cigarette lighter and plug this into the portable power pack, and you will charge up that power pack while you drive. Now that I have the EBL, I no longer have to drive for hours with the inverter plugged in, charging up my computer, or go into a library or someplace with a plug-in so I can recharge my computer battery so I can work at night and edit, you know, as I do when I'm sitting in the back of the vehicle. I can just simply plug right into the power pack. Got two little outlets right here, and there are some USB ports right here so I can charge my phone or many other things that I might want to be charging. And it also has a DC port. Just hit the power button right there. Screen will come on telling you what percentage of power you have in the battery pack. Hit the USB and then you can start charging. The USB, the little green light goes on right there. And you can also, if you want to hit AC and charge something in those little plug-ins, that's all you have to do. It's really quite simple. It has a handle that flips right up so you can just carry it wherever you want to go. So there are the three ways to charge up the power pack. You can charge it through a standard AC outlet. You can charge it from the cigarette lighter in your car while you're driving. And you can also charge it from the EBL solar panel. And you can see the size of it. The solar panel folds in half. And it's very handy to have along. It's pretty slender, so you can fit it in your car if need be. A car like mine, an SUV. The power pack is roughly the size of a car battery, and it weighs about 15 pounds or so. When you want to charge off the solar panel, just take these cords from out of the back of the solar panel and simply snap them in like so. It's pretty simple. All you have to do, just snap them in, and then go ahead and take this part right here. So just connect that red and black to the red and the black on the power pack to charge it up. It's easy to carry around the solar panel, and a nice little handle right here. It probably weighs about maybe 5 pounds, and when you're ready to set it up, you've got these little feet right here. Just unstick those. They're stuck there with Velcro. And you just put the solar panel on the ground facing the sun, of course. There you have it. And then just plug it all in. You're good to go. Now with the 500 watt EBL portable power pack and the 100 watt EBL solar panel, I can go anywhere I want to, whenever I want to, and be out in the middle of nowhere, a place just like this, and have power whenever I need it. Power from the sun. It charges up in a matter of hours and gives you 500 watts of electricity. Use the standard AC outlet. You can charge the portable power pack in from 6 to 7 hours. Now if you're using the solar charger, expect to take about 7 to 9 hours depending on the strength and intensity of the sun. If you're using it from your cigarette lighter in your car, expect to charge for about 7 to 8 hours. It has a built-in light. Just press the light button and there you go. If you'd like to charge your phone without plugging it in with the cord, just hit the power button and then hit the USB button, and then if you have an Apple iPhone, just place it right on top and it'll automatically charge. The EBL 500 watt portable power pack and accompanying solar panel. I'll be using it from now on. Simple, good power in the middle of nowhere, whenever you want it. And as always, check with Rockhopper Adventures and see where I'm off to next. What do you do about water?
We have a well. I don't think everyone has a well, so it's nice to have the well here. Definitely makes me feel a little better.
Okay, so and it's good water.
Yeah, it's really good water.
Well water right here.
Inyo County is now coming around here to all these properties and giving people kind of ultimatums to make all their buildings permitted and forcing people to get septics when most of these people out here hardly have money to survive, and it's kind of annoying, but luckily nothing's formal yet, and hopefully we can get everything done so they let this place exist as it is. So it's quite an amazing property.
It's quite unique.
Yeah, very. This is the original dome that I used to sleep in when I first arrived here. It's quite cozy. Let me show you guys around a little bit. It's not very big. It needs a new window because it was cracked, but still plenty of charm.
All right. Oh, that's a little den in here. Cool. A little bed right there. It's quite small. Little tiny fireplace right down here. Very, very small fireplace right there. I'll cover it with my hand, as you can see. It's got the chimney right there. And if you look up overhead, got some skylight of sorts and some ventilation if you want it. Also, more ventilation through these little portholes here and over here.
This is the traveler dome. Let me show you guys around.
All right, let's go have a little tour.
This one people come and stay in quite often. We had a former volunteer come with his family and stay here most recently.
Got a nice little window right there looking out at the desert. More bottle work up there.
So it's fairly clean compared to the usual. Everything gets a little dusty with the wind. But nice little camp spot and an extra bed, fire pit, and a guest book to sign into. Plenty of color on the walls.
Have you ever slept in this one?
Tried to one day, but there was too many flies and it was really hot and me and my son got uncomfortable, so we had to go find a dome that had less flies access. This one was a little too open at the time.
So who builds all these structures?
Jan, along with volunteers, and I'm sure her son Peter helps too, but mostly volunteers, like myself.
And so what part do you play being out here now?
Mainly just kind of a caretaker and making sure the plants and the trees don't die, which most of the plants have, but keeping the trees alive and making sure no one, ransacks the place, because, if we leave it abandoned for long enough, someone will notice and take our stuff.
And here's some artistic painting. This is your brain on shrooms.
Winnebago, I think is what Jan calls it.
This
Yeah,
is
the
the Winnebago?
That's-
Okay, so
We'll
this
show
is
you around the
obviously,
Winnebago.
it's not a Superadobe, it's just like an old trailer, huh?
Yep.
Alright, let's have a look in there. And is this, you were saying, this is like one of the cleanest structures?
Yep, being in the desert, it's probably the most sanitary structure that is like you're not living in the dirt.
Right. Oh, this is pretty nice. Got a big bed there.
It smells good in here still. Got an old homey smell to it, right?
Right.
I have lighter and a light incense while we're in here. I haven't been in here for a little while. Do you have a light? There we go.
Alright, so you're going to give it a little smudge, are you? Alright, so I'll just have a quick look around in the back here. Well, it looks like a nice little place if somebody wanted to stay. Not too bad. Does any of this stuff work, like the fridge and all that still?
I am not sure. It has some solar on it, but I stole the battery, and the battery was pretty shot anyways.
What do we have here, Joey?
Just the shower setup and a toilet that doesn't get used too often.
Okay, so this is the outhouse here, and there's
Yeah,
a
the
shower
usual-
set up behind it?
Yeah, the shower gets used quite often when it's warm enough, but the usual bathroom is right over here.
This is the regular bathroom then?
Yes.
So this is the main bathroom right here.
A composting toilet, and we use fine cedar chips that cover the waste, and then we compost the waste into the bins over here.
Okay, so those are the bins over there?
Yep.
And it's a composting toilet.
Cover it with cedar, and it's all good.
Okay, so this is the main shower?
Yep, the main shower when it's warm enough, or if you can handle the wind or the cold.
So how does this work?
Um,
do you put water in the bucket up there in the canister?
No,
or what?
the line needs to get reconnected, but you just pump the pedal, and it'll come out of the bucket.
So you pump the pedal to get the water to go up.
Yeah, because their well water is not really pressurized, and there's no pump on it. It's just a little bit of gravity feed.
So while you're in the shower, you're pumping the pedal.
Yeah, with your foot. It's not too hard though. This is not the place where you want to leave the shower running all the time.
Especially not in the desert.
Yeah.
And you got a nice glass bottle wall behind the shower.
I have to reconnect that. Went a little ham on cutting the lines. I shouldn't have cut that one. Just another adobe structure with an RV attached to it, ironically.
Okay, well,
But this
have
is
a look.
Jan, the owner's little structure. It's in need of a new panel in the ceiling, it looks like.
So this side is the Adobe,
Yes.
and it's connected to an RV. A little living room here. And you come up here and go into the RV. There would be the dashboard of the RV. And we're going toward the back. Got your little sink here. Some books on the shelves. And the bed back here.
She gets a lot of birds that come through because she always leaves her door open. And the birds will just be all chilling in the front of the RV. It's kind of cool.
Chilling right up here on the dash.
Look right here in the nest right here. We got a lot of bird energy in here. I think she's got like some avian connections.
There's a nest right there.
Well, this is the project that they were working on when I first arrived 5 months ago. And I'm not sure what the name of it is, but it's kind of like a little sun lounge den. Not really meant to be a livable structure, but a place to relax and maybe take a nap.
Just get out of the sun on a hot day, huh?
They're trying to reuse a lot of old windshields and stuff that have broken.
How many people are on the property at a given time?
When I first got here, it was about 5, but these days it's just me.
Okay, and so they're doing little projects.
Yeah, mudding and adding bottles.
So it's an ongoing project, this place.
Three Moons projects will be here for a long time and still probably an ongoing project.
So Three Moons project is an ongoing project.
We're definitely in need of some volunteers with very good energy.
So what do we have here? It looks like a big water tank.
Three Moons water tank that comes off the well. It's not really pressurized. There's a little pump that I run. It's on a timer, but the timer don't work too good, so we just plug it in whenever I want. Fill it up and unplug it, and it fills up.
That's 500 gallons?
500 gallons, yeah. Usually stays full for a couple days at a time. I only fill it up every few days lately, as long as nothing's leaking too much. Yeah, it's really good water, straight from the desert. Welcome to the Three Moons outdoor kitchen. Kind of in the middle of cleaning it a little bit and replacing some knobs and stuff, so it's in need of a good wipe down, but it's a nice place to cook when it's warm outside and not 20 degrees outside. The faucets are still frozen from last night. It's kind of funny. It's nice cooking outside. Pot for our compost vegetables and stuff. Some coolers.
Oh, that's your pot for composting vegetables?
Yep, and the fridge is actually the most demanding electrical item on the property. So during the summer, the 400 watts is not quite enough to keep the fridge operational all the time.
So your total solar output is 400 watts?
The main kit, like each little, like this RV has a little solar kit on it that's small, it's probably like 100 watts, but the main kit is on the Winnebago that goes over to the Pacha Mama, and there's an outlet here. I think that's about it. Yeah, that one spreads out a little bit more. Kind of nice to see how far 400 watts can take you, so not quite enough for a fridge and the heat. Yeah, this is Jan's little art spot. I've seen her doing some art here a few times. It was in need of a little bit of cleaning and freshening, but hopefully we'll see Jan doing some art here again soon.
So she really likes being an artist then and creative.
She used to teach art too, I think, in some college, I think. I remember where. So you can do laundry old school way in a bucket, you know. It's not easy, but it's the only way really. It'd be nice to get a washing machine out here soon.
So this is your laundry right here. So this is how you wash your clothes. You just get in there with your hands and
wring it out.
And then you hang them up somewhere out here?
Yep, on the clothesline that we built. It dries pretty fast actually. All we need is a good washer. Make life a little easier out here. Three Moons little garden area. Let's check it out.
Okay, so this is where you have some plants growing?
Most of them have perished other than, I think that's...
what is that, rosemary?
Rosemary, yeah.
Okay, so this would be a little greenhouse of sorts.
Yep. It's too cold to grow stuff, and the rats and mice are eating everything.
There's something growing right here. Well, it might just be weeds, I don't know.
It was something that was doing a lot better before. I just don't know what it is. My little rat trap. Desert has its assortment of rodents.
So you have quite a few rodents in this area, huh?
Yeah, a little less now, thankfully. But yeah, definitely have to set a few mice traps and rat traps. I hopefully don't get any other rodents that aren't so pesky.
Or maybe get yourself a big cat.
Yeah, definitely need a Three Moons cat. Trying to manifest that one for a couple months now. I went to PetSmart the other day. I almost picked up this 7-month-old female, but I gotta go back and see if she's still there. They only open the door when the volunteers are there, so I couldn't check her out. Probably want a couple $100 too that I didn't have.
This is a tool shed, lots of tools, because you're gonna need them around here.
And you're going to want this in your tool shed.
This is the Inkerma Laser Tape Measure, and all you have to do is turn this thing on right here, and the little beam of laser light comes out, and it'll give you measurements in feet, meters. Just click on here for various measurements. It also has a conventional tape measure, and if you order through my link in the description box on my videos, you'll get 10% off, so make sure you order through me. And 2 AA batteries are included. It's fast, easy, and it works. Inkerma Laser Tape Measure. Everywhere you look around here are artistic touches, like this carving, which is actually a functional hose hanger.
Kind of a dream being here lately.
And this window is actually from a car. This is in Pacha Mama. So we were talking about these solar fields that are going on down the road several miles from here, and how detrimental they are to the environment. And there's some things you were telling me.
Yeah, as far as I know, there's really no good way to get rid of them, and due to the materials they're made out of, you can't really throw it in the regular dump, and they just kind of have to bury it almost like radioactive waste. Like, it's just, like, what are we going to do with all these solar panels when we're done with them? Like, everybody thinks solar's the way, and it's certainly a helpful way right now, but you know, what are we going to do with all this stuff? You got to bury it all. It's not good for the earth.
I mean, it's okay on a personal level because you might want to keep your solar panels, but these guys, they only keep them for like 5 years, right?
Yeah.
And then
all the battery stuff too, yeah. The battery waste, all the metals and stuff that go, and the acids that go into the batteries. Like, it's nice technology. It's just getting rid of what's left when you're done with it it's kind of a, you know, what do we do?
And they're probably using petroleum products to create the panels and the plastics and such.
Probably somewhere with the epoxy and sealant.
Yeah, so it's not really all that beneficial when the corporations do this kind of thing. And
yeah, on a large scale, it's definitely could create a lot of waste.
I do interview homesteaders, and they're pretty successful with solar and wind energy and that sort of thing. But like I say, on a corporate scale, it's certainly very detrimental to the environment. It's eating up a lot of land, a lot of square miles of land just right out here.
Amazon just bought one of the dry lake beds where we do drum circles every month, so we can't do drum circle out there anymore, and there's a big solar field around that already.
Wow.
And that's over by Boulder City.
And I know these corporations that are putting their wind turbines on BLM land. BLM is public land, but they take it over. They do some kind of deal with the government, and they fence it off, and then nobody can use that area.
This dry lake bed, I'm pretty sure, that they bought as BLM land too.
Just behind the bottle wall, we've got Joe cooking his meal, his breakfast. And this is another bottle wall right here. It's quite extensive. A lot of bottles, probably.
It looks really cool when the fire's going at night.
The bottles light up?
Yeah, it looks super cool.
Now that would be cool, seeing the bottles light up at night from the fire. Definitely would be interesting to see.
The reason I took this wall down was because it was so insecure, and then when we have a drum circle, we can only have a few people in here without getting crowded, and it really opens up the space so we can get some more people to come and enjoy it and not be all crowded.
So you get a pretty good drum circle going?
Not yet, but there will be.
All right, so you're working on it.
Yeah.
You're going to do a drum circle under the full moon.
Yeah, because Sundays is my drum circle day over at Red Rock. And then our elder, the drummer that organizes it, is kind of abandoning us because he doesn't like Trump. And my best friend Bryce always wears a MAGA hat. And I'm not a musician, Bryce isn't a musician. And it seems like now Sundays we're the organizers, and it's become a spiritual thing and not quite just drums. It is called Sacred Sunday, and I want it to be sacred.
So what do you got going here? Looks like you're cooking over an open fire.
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal, all right. So this is how you cook when you run out of propane, huh?
Yep. Just take some garbage from over by Jan's trailer and clean it up a little bit.
Well, then you're doing a dual purpose. You're cooking your food and cleaning up some garbage. We have some nice bottle work going on here. An entire wall of bottles. You never know what you're going to find out here in the desert. Joey was digging around and he saw this thing, and I said, whoa, wait. No, it looks like a grenade, and you can see, looks like the pull pin right there. This might be an old grenade. It's likely that The military had this land way back when.
The Three Moons Project is a testament to innovation and creativity in building individualistic structures. It's also an environmentally responsible form of repurposing material that might otherwise have been destined for the landfill.
I hope you enjoyed seeing the Three Moons Superadobe community with Joey and myself. Don't forget to give me a like on the video, share, and subscribe. Until next time, this is the Rockhopper. I'll see ya.